just assume this is some sort of adversarial or foreign technology.
Most of the more than 120 incidents over the past 2 decades are not from the U.S.
Welcome back to Third Phase of Moon. Blake Cousins here. We got a special report for you. UFOs, strange weather, it's all happening in real time, and we've got the videos, and we're happy to share it. I see that a lot of people are piling in this live premiere. Please hit that thumbs up and make sure you hit that notification bell to be notified when these live premieres go up on Third Phase of Moon. So let's get to it. A strange broad daylight sighting of an acorn-shaped UFO. We put this out earlier this month, but we want to take a look at it once more because we love these broad daylight sightings. What is this? The person seems to be getting a sense of the area, panning left to right with his camera and then up and down to the craft itself. This, in my opinion, proves what we're looking at is not CGI, but in fact an object that's hovering there. And why in this region? We get it all the time from South America to Guatemala, Haiti, even Spain has these kind of sightings. We're not getting them over here in America for some reason. Is there some kind of possible deal with these UFOs where they're not afraid to hide in that region due to the lack of military air force? Because it seems to me if this was happening over America and the public saw it, there would be F-18 jet fighters engaging this so fast it'd make your head spin. Again, what's the logic? I don't see any prop propeller blades on this, letting this thing levitate in the air. So I would have to rule out a drone or a helicopter or anything else. Whatever this is unconventional. Could it be some kind of possible balloon? Well, that is a possibility, but this thing is rock steady in the sky and quite stationary. Usually, if it were a balloon, it'd undulate. You would see some kind of wobble to it. It'd drift off with the wind, but nope, this thing is just hanging there. Again, the question, what is it? I want to get to Brent and get his opinions.
Yeah, Blake, thanks. This one is an incredible sighting. Again, what is this craft? Blake said that could this be a balloon? And you're right, Blake. I'm not seeing any oscillation or any tilt of this craft. If that's what it is, it seems to just stay steady, rock steady in the sky. It just holds itself there. If this was a balloon, like you said, Blake, this thing would be drifting, and it's not. This thing's pretty wild, whatever this craft is, and we're seeing it all over these regions. It kind of reminds me of the gimbal, and that's what this craft kind of looks like. And this particular acorn shape, there's been eyewitnesses that do state that there are these craft that resemble exactly what we're looking at here. Is this a phenomenon of otherworldly creation or something else? Is it one of ours?
That's the big question, Brett, and I don't know. I can't put my finger on it one way or the other, and that's why we're putting it up here on Third Phase Moon. We want to get your guys' opinions in this live chat as we're premiering the UFO videos. Now, let's get to this. Cuba. Videos that come out from Cuba, it's very rare, but we're looking at this strange weather phenomenon. Watch this.
Mira, poco a poco va ganando, papi, ten cuidado. Poco a poco va ganando la organización. Eso para nada estaba así, eso era una nube normal. Mira, cosa más rara. No, yo ahora tengo pánico. Ay, no, están en mal. Mira, ahora empiezo, yo estoy grabando, por favor. Yo estoy adentro.
Miren qué clase, rabo de nube bajando.
Es increíble, niña.
Viene caminando para acá.
Viene caminando para acá.
Viene caminando para acá.
No, yo consigo. Camina para acá, vamos para abajo, cosa bien.
Mira, que no va a pasar nada.
Sí.
Viene caminando para acá.
Mira, eso era una nube normal, así. Mira, un poquito así, como redondita. Y yo la miré y dije, qué extraño. Te lo dije a mi mamá.
Mira, va girando.
Qué cosa tan grande. Hoy estamos a 16 de octubre.
Now that we're looking at this once again, we're going over it. I've seen some tornadoes in person, and we've seen some actual water spouts off the Pacific Ocean. This one's very, very strange because whatever's happening here is very unusual when it comes to tornadoes. This thing just wants to hang there without actually releasing the water. As you can clearly see, it's very thick at the funnel of this vortex. Is this some kind of weird, strange weather phenomenon, or is this manipulated weather? Because right now it looks very strange to me. Has anybody seen anything like this? If there's any videos that you've seen tornadoes react in this way, I'd sure like to see it, because right now we're not being able to compare this weather phenomenon with anything else that we've seen over the years right here at Third Phase of Moon. Again, what's going on in Cuba? There's a regime over there that really suppresses the information that comes out. It's interesting that this one was able to get leaked out. YouTube and the social media in Cuba is very, very regulated. So we're really happy to share this strange weather event with you. Brent, I want to get your thoughts. What do you think's going on here?
Yeah, Blake, right here at Third Phase of Moon, people have been asking us, there's a lot of phenomenon happening, and maybe sometimes we don't always have to cover the UFO topic. We're seeing strange atmospheric anomalies, and they're asking us to post this. So that's what we're doing, and I'm going to agree. This is amazing stuff. What we're looking at is a strange vortex right in the middle of Cuba over a city. And it's kind of strange the way it just hovers up there, and the vortex doesn't seem to want to make touchdown. It just stays in its position. Some people might say it looks like a portal being created. I'm just leaning towards it's an amazing weather phenomenon, and we're looking at something that we don't see every day, and that's why we're posting it. I really like this video, Blake.
Absolutely. As we're looking at this, I'm kind of curious. Again, you mentioned the city. I'm wondering if it's over Havana or Baracoa, any of these cities. If you're hearing us out there in Cuba, listening to Third Phase Moon, and if you hear or see anything strange in the skies, reach out to us. Let us know what's going on in that region, because we know getting the information out of Cuba is not easy. From our mom's side of the family, they escaped from the dictatorship under Fidel Castro. Not a good character. Definitely changed everybody's lives on our side of the family, where they had to escape from Cuba under the dictatorship. Things need to change up in that region, and democracy needs to rule for sure. Now, enough with the political talk. Let's get some more weather phenomenon. This one's a weird one, guys. Take a look at this.
What? Oh my god. That's crazy. That's no fun. Oh my god.
So, being here in Hawaii, we see thousands of rainbows, but this is actually spectacular. Again, strange weather phenomenon. Could this be weather manipulation, known as HARP, or something else, something altogether just natural? Because every once in a while, you get to see these incredible rainbow displays across our planet. But again, they're very, very rare, and I'm digging this one. Brent, what's your thoughts?
Yeah, this one's really good, Blake. The woman just is baffled by what she's seeing and recording. She pulls up and gets a really good close-up of these rainbow waves just caught up in the clouds there. Really cool holographic effect, some people might say, but I'm thinking more of a natural phenomenon that we don't see very often. This thing's very cool, and the way it just has these finger-like tentacles coming out of the clouds really is something else, and really nice capture by this woman. I give her credit for submitting this right now.
Yeah, the strange weather phenomenon, it's on the rise, I think. And is there a reason behind it? Because we've seen these kind of videos before, but here's a good one. They call it a sundog, but again, it's very strange, and people captured it. Take a look at this crazy one.
นี่ยืนอยู่ว่างนี้ภาพพอดีเลยนี่ยืนอยู่ว่างนี้เลี้ยงขึ้นไปมีภาพสองวงสวยมากสวยอีหลี
เ The Sundog returns under the perfect conditions. We have this atmospheric phenomenon that creates a ring that appears to be circling around the sun. But in reality, they're just water particulates that are creating its own kind of prism effect. But that being said, it's a very, very rare phenomenon. Once again, people are confused sometimes on what they're looking at. But in this case, it's just a spectacular looking video here, and we're happy to share it with you. Brent, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, Blake, this one came out of Thailand, and you can see the people on the ground. They're excited. They're taking selfies of themselves witnessing this event. You can see the sun halo effect, and it's massive and really clear. But when you look on the outer side of the ring, you actually see the wider circumference of the second circle is massive, and I wish we could have got a better look at that. But then again, this whole sighting and the way it was captured and the clarity of it really stands out and caught our eye. That's why we're sharing it right here on Third Phase.
So now let's get back to the UFO subject matter. These broad daylight sightings, we're looking at this one, and we wanted to pull it up to show you, again, from this region, there are these sightings that are unexplained, but they're not hiding. What's up with these broad daylight sightings? This one in particular has this jagged frame structure to it that is kind of intimidating in its own sense. Usually these objects, the Acorn one, like we saw earlier, these flying discs have these smooth surfaces, and this one has a weird jagged feature, these edges that seem very rigid as well. Is this something to do with the aerodynamics of the craft? Does it make it have a better way of traversing at high speeds? What's going on here? Again, if you saw this and you're by yourself and you're looking up and this thing was creeping over you, I'd feel a little I would feel a little intimidated, to say the least.
Yeah, this one's pretty freaky, Blake. You can see it almost looks like a claw sticking out of the craft, and it's black and ominous. Were people on the ground, were they noticing this object that was up in the sky? Well, this one person that captured on video really had a good eye to capture this, and it's an amazing video. What I'm digging about this thing is this metallic. It kind of looks like it, just the rigidness of the craft itself. It's not wobbling or oscillating like a balloon. It seems like this thing has a metallic structure, and it looks quite large too. What's keeping this thing up in the sky is a big question.
Now let's jump to this UFO, Brent. You shared it with me, and I'm putting it up on the timeline, and I'm seeing this for the first time, and I'm kind of curious about this nighttime sighting of this humanoid shaped craft lit up in the sky. It seems to be stationary and quite large. Brent, what was your first impressions when you're looking at this?
Yeah, we've seen these high-speed chases of people following UFOs along the highway. This person pulled over and got some multiple angles of this craft. I'm leaning towards more of this being an advertising balloon being lit up from the inside and attracting attention to the people on the highway. But again, if this is something else and we're looking at something we can't describe, I wish we could have got a closer look of this and rule out that this is a possible advertisement balloon. But if it's not, we're looking at something that we can't explain.
That's the big question, Brent, and we're trying to get an answer to this phenomenon. We're hearing again that there is some chatter on the internet and from reliable sources that something big might be happening before Thanksgiving. So be prepared. We're not saying it's extraterrestrial, that they're going to be coming down, landing in the White House, but there's going to be some kind of announcement of what we're hearing and a reveal of technology that's possibly 20 years in advance. And from the source of this information, they also want to note that whatever is going to go down before Thanksgiving is very impressive. So that being said, there's no time like the present. Have your eyes on the skies and have a camera ready, because if you capture anything We want to see it. My email is in the description below. We're standing by 24/7. That's our job here. We don't claim to be experts. We do claim to be experts at putting out the information as fast as possible. So everybody could unbuckle up just a bit, but not too fast, because I want you guys to buckle in for our music video, Interstellar. Everybody, take care. We'll see you next time.
The repeating part of it is what is really exciting, because now we stand a chance of figuring out what these things are.
Looking up at the sky, I'm the infinitesimal being. You mean to tell me this life, the connection that we just breathe?
Could it be a message from millions of light years away? Just the idea of intelligence elsewhere in the universe has set the Twitterverse all a-Twitter.
We see them every night. Aerial phenomena we can't explain.
Radio signals with a beat? Who knows? Maybe they've got rhythm too. So can we imagine that it's likely that this signal we're picking up was sent by thinking beings?
I'm looking up at the lights. Something that's not supposed to be. We're more than animal rights. The presence will set a paradigm relay.
I'm ready for ET to phone home, or to phone us. I'm ready. We'll be there.
But could it be a message from far away?
You can't rule it out. I mean, I cannot say categorically.
Well then, we can keep guessing. As they've said since the discovery of radio signals, stay tuned.